Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another options and play video update. First off, just want to say thank you to those of you that stuck around for last night's option session. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I mean I really do mean it. That I appreciate like the participation, and like I really love the fact that we can get together every couple of weeks and talk options, talk markets, just talk trading, mentality, all those things. So it's just like a nice chance to kind of just like get everybody on the same board and like talk out different ideas. And one of the things we spent some time going over last night was just like the TLT and rates, right? So uh, pretty pretty like popular topic among just about anybody that follows the market right now. Just what bonds and rates are doing, and I mean, in terms of technicals, I mean the TLT looks bad. Basically every single rally has stalled at a lower level, right? So year to date, every single rally stalled at a lower level. Every single bounce, so every single bounce at a lower level. Every single dip put in like a new low, right? Just basically riding like trend resistance to the downside, and increasingly so. It's just been accelerating with like the help of this green line, which is the 8 EMA, right? So just awful action. I mean, obviously it's been taking a toll sentiment wise on like the tech names and a lot of like the high growth names, and I think myself and kind of what we were talking about last night is like where's the bottom, and to me it's more so just the selling needs to kind of just stop, right? Like chopping around and flatlining, I think would be probably viewed as positive versus what's happening now, where it's just consistently lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, and it's really starting to like spook some people, right? So on a daily chart, not good, right? Huge gap on Friday. Looked like we were going to firm up, and then we rolled over, and we're basically sitting right at the lows heading into the FOMC rate decision tomorrow, right? So you have to be, somewhat cautious, kind of just keeping a close eye on it. But what I'm seeing, and maybe some like green shoots, and maybe what I say is like the golden line, the golden indicator is this. So you go to the weekly chart and look at that. That's the 200 week, right? So TLT fell very sharply into the 200 week, right? Held it, sitting right above it, and after like a significant drop, the 200 week, the first test of it could end up being maybe like a near term bottom, because we didn't even get down there during the all of like the correction in March, February, March of last year. So this is the first test of this in over a year, almost a year and a half. So this is a big level, a long term indicator, right? And this is the first test of it after a significant drop. So it could, and up until this point, it has started to look like it's putting in a little bit of a temporary floor, right? So I don't know if this is going to hold for long, and it might only be like a kind of a road, like a pit stop, and on the way to the downside. But interesting, right? You can see how perfectly it lines up. It's marked the bottom, and if the bonds do respond well to the FOMC rate decision tomorrow, and then the Powell statement or press conference, you could start to see a little bit of a bounce. And why that's relevant is because if bonds confirm up, that could start to help tech, right? And then that was like an entirely different conversation we had last night, talking about how tech is showing some green shoots, and there's some things to start to like about tech, where it looks like it's starting to stabilize and turn the corner, and there's some big names that are starting to look better, right? So these are all the kind of things that you kind of you put together to kind of form a game plan, right? Like, even though I may not personally be trading the TLTs, it's going to impact how I view other trades. It's going to set like kind of my opinion on how I want to approach like different trade ideas, right? Like what options I want to take, whether they're like calls or puts, what side of the market I want to be on, and also kind of like expiration, right? Like, am I thinking like a short-term move, or am I thinking like a couple weeks, couple months, right? So all these things kind of factor into that, and I kind of like to have a game plan with, or maybe some sort of idea of what I'm thinking on different like market indicators, so like bonds, um, Qs, etc. Right? So uh, this is what I'm looking at into tomorrow. We'll see how it goes, and then maybe we can circle back either later this week or even tomorrow, do a little update and see where we stand. All right. So, if you like this video and you're looking for more information on swing trading with options or hedging with options, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. Hope you have a wonderful night. Stay well, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.